Hello everyone. I had watched a recent tutorial on how to do a cross design, like so. And the tutorial said take your leftover nail strips and cut them into halves, and then at the ones that you want in the middle, cut them straight so there's no rounded edges. And so I went through my leftover nail strips today that I keep in the freezer. Some people just vacuum seal and keep them at room temperature in a drawer, in a box, whatever works for you. So I looked at mine and I saw that really the only combinations that went together were these. I had some leftover, this is a retired set, but I had this leftover. It's called Catitude Problem. I love cheetah. I actually have Safari Chic cheetah on my toes, so I thought that I would go ahead and match my nails. I actually just took off the Safari Chic and still adding some leopard print back in, but not very much. So in this tutorial I've already done these and this. So this was my first one. I wanted to practice a little bit. I will say that it did take me a couple of them to learn, because the tutorial video was saying to have them flush up against each other so that you don't have to put a clear as day strip over it, which is just literally a clear nail strip. So I know I have some clear as day, I just don't have all 10. I just have a few strips left over. So I'm going to be using this to put over today to seal it in place. These aren't quite, this one's actually pretty flush. This one's not as flush as I would like it to be. So I don't want to get caught on my clothes or my hair or anything like that. So with that being said, I did cut up all my strips. And these are the only tools that I will need. So my file, and then I'd already used my scissors to cut, and then of course this magic cuticle pusher, because you'll see that this is really your key tool, is your cuticle pusher. So I decided to start with black, so I've already put the black here, and now I need to take one of the middle accents, peel off the clear, put that in my dump pile, what you see here, and then peel the strip off. Took off that little end, and then what I've learned on these past nails is that I don't have to, but I should not lay them all the way across like this, because there's a lot of cleanup, and it's actually easier if you just fit it to the side just like you would a normal strip. When I was cutting these, I will tell you, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just guessing mostly. Turned out okay. Some of them I wish I wouldn't have made as small as I did, because I had to put, as you see here, I had to put 4 layers. So I don't know if you can't really see here, but there is a Catitude strip here. So I did 4 strips on this one because I still had my tip and I didn't want to file down my nail too much. Okay, so there's this. So now I go ahead and I lay the other strip and then I clean up. So now we'll take a peach color, which is Caribbean Coral. I believe I'm saying that right, or maybe it's Cordially Invited. There's 2 that look the same, except one has silver flakes, the other has gold flakes of glitter. Okay, so then you, again, and so this one is a good example on, I'm still going to have the nail showing right here, so I can either file my nail down, or I can, I'm going to try to stretch this a little bit because I don't want to file my nails any more than I need to. So just gently stretching the strip. Try to give it a little extra. Let's see if that worked. If you want it to be flush. Oh, it almost worked. Yep, that worked. Okay, so then you press it. So now the cleanup begins. And I'm just taking my thumb and I'm getting off the excess strip up here. And then I am just taking my thumb also and going around the edges. So right where my fingernail ends and the skin begins, I am taking that and pressing down with my nail, my thumbnail. And now there's only a little bit left, so I'm going to press it, make sure they're on there. Okay, so there is a little bit of cleanup on this side, as you can see. This is the first time that I have tried to do my nails this way. I had seen so many different tutorials and I wanted to try them all, but this is the one that I landed on for tonight. Make sure I get all the excess off. So that's all nice and clean. Okay, so that worked. So now it is pinky time. I actually really like this combination. So I did not have enough of these strips. They have like stick glitter in them. So I had a French manicure set left over. And so I just cut these. This is actually the tips. It was a black tip French manicure. So I cut those up. They worked. So I'm kind of alternating, like this was the black, this was the glitter, 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 and then now I'm doing solid black. So there is a pattern to it. Okay, so I'm taking this off. Now this doesn't have a curved edge because it's a French manicure set. So there will be some on your skin for this one. So as you see, it's just laid over. Just pressing down with my thumbnail. And pull the excess away. Still have some cleanup to do. Okay. And one more piece to clean up here. All right, so there's that. So now, let's see, since I don't have too much nail, I can use one of these thinner strips that I cut a little too thin. Because again, I didn't really know what I was doing. This is the first time that I am doing such a design. I just thought it was really neat because I have a lot of strips left over, but it's like one one or two strips here and there that, you know, I've already used again, but I still had some left over. So what do you do with those? Well, you just kind of hold on to them if you want to. And my nails are short enough, which is why I usually have nails left over. Or strips, rather. Why I have those left over. If you have longer nails, then you may have to use, you know, the one strip per nail and not have as many left over. Okay, so put that over that. And then I'm going to look for a smaller one. Not a wide. It looks like this may be the smaller of the ones that I have for the peach for the top. So I did leave these. I just cut a strip in half because you do want to leave the rounded edges here, or curved edges, so that it is easier to fit on the top. Okay. Just press that down. Again, just using my thumbnail. Taking the excess off. Okay, just a little bit of cleanup around here. Okay, I'll just file the top of it. Okay, so this hand is done now. Still have this one over here for this hand, but that's pretty good. I'm really liking the combination.